Right. What's up? So, is it filming? Is it red light? Cool. All right. So we're gonna look at the elbow pass off the collar tie, and then go into immediate offense. So you can do an elbow pass anytime you have an inside tie on your partner, whether he has your head and you go for it, or you go outside. Anytime you have a grip on his elbow, you can pass the elbow by, and you can look to go into offense. So the main thing here is get him pushing back slightly. If his arm's all the way extended, you could elbow pass, but you don't really have much control. You can pull out quite easily. So you're gonna be driving into him, grabbing his collar tie like so. What this also does, this also kills the ability to pull your head down. So if you try snapping you down, it's not that strong. From here, we push into him, and now we're gonna bob our head down. As we bob our head down, we just pass the elbow by. The main thing from here, we're gonna be nice and strong with our hands. So if we're extended away, my partner can pull his arm backwards quite easily. So it's all about hooking your middle fingers around on the outside and keeping your elbow glued in towards your body and your head close. So now as he tries pulling out, he has to circle, and I can stay connected towards him, and now I can look to pick up the leg, right? So our main goal is getting a really strong elbow tie and just getting angle. So he grabs my head, we grab him backwards. He tries pulling my head down from here, it's hard. We're gonna bob our head, and our elbow's gonna stay close to our body. We're just gonna follow him, let him go, and then put our hands back on him. We'll look at attacking later. He grabs with the other hand, same thing. I bob the head down, elbow comes in, he pulls out, he circle, circle, circle. We let him pull out, we put our hands back on our opponent, and now we're getting pressure via angle, right? And elbow stays in towards my hip. If my elbow is extended, he can punch under, it's not that strong. Good? Elbow in, and then cupping. So as he tries pulling out, we're very close towards him. That makes sense, guys? Yeah, drill that a couple times. We'll look at some shots. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, I appreciate it. So now we're gonna talk about a little bit more detail about the elbow pass, and then we're gonna look at one offensive option real quick. So let's first talk about gripping. So I could use a C grip, but I feel like a C grip kind of reinforces my elbow being out wide if I'm doing this, right? So you wanna think about keeping your elbow glued towards your body. So instead of doing a C grip like this, mainly focus on your 3 fingers connecting towards his tricep. Like this 3 fingers here, and you're gonna go grab around the outside. So it's very subtle. Instead of flaring out your wrist, you're grabbing like this. What this does, this allows you to pull your elbow in close to your body, and you keep yourself close towards him, right? I feel like when you do this, you leave yourself more exposed. This isn't me making it up. When I did a private with like a very good Japanese wrestler, he really emphasized this and doing like a motion where you do this, right? We literally spent 45 minutes. He was telling me this over and over again in broken English. It was pretty fun. So how do we get there? Tuck our elbow in towards our body. Now as he pulls out, it's much harder. We can stay attached and start attacking him. Now, a really good option you can go for is just grabbing his head and circling towards his back. So as we do this elbow pass, and we pass his elbow by, just connect yourself to him and stay close. So now we can just circle towards his back. And we can think about grabbing and going for this, right? This will either cause him to pull away completely, and then we can reset, pick up a leg and do something else, or we get the back. So we approach our opponent, he grabs our head. We grab his elbows, as he tries pulling down on us, we're supported, right? We pass it by, we keep our elbow tucked in towards our body. He tries pulling out, I grab the head, now I'm attached. Now I can run towards him, and keep on circling, I can foot sweep, I can go for the hip, and I can start taking the back, right? To really emphasize those details. Make sense? 3, 2, 1. I don't want to focus on that too much. What I mainly want to focus on is picking up the leg. If you do ADCC trials or do any competition, especially when you're wrestling and you want to get those invisible points and you want to seem active in the eyes of the referee, your hand fighting and your underhooks and your upper body clinches doesn't really mean anything, right? What they're looking for is they're either looking for you to get a leg, either shooting in, right? That's what they count as a big initiation. They're looking for you to expose the back and your body lock, or they're looking for them to snap, pound his head down, and get their hands towards the floor, right? So just like the hand fighting rounds we do, if an ADCC referee is judging you in the standing position and they're gonna tick who's doing more initiations, as they call it, they're gonna look at who's picking up the leg, who's shooting single legs, who's going towards the back, who's getting front headlock. A good example, the match I had against the Japanese wrestler. The Japanese wrestler pretty much like denied me any ability to attack, but he would literally shoot in, pick up the leg and just let go, right? And then every time he did that, the referee was like, oh, initiation, initiation. And I come to the end of the match, he picked up my leg 3 or 4 times. I didn't really get any solid attacks going. Maybe I out hand fighted him, and then he won the match due to that. So really focus on picking up the legs. So after we elbow pass, we're gonna think of immediately going towards offense. So we pass the elbow by, we're gonna shoot our hand through and think about going from here. Now we could shoot towards high crotches, but I think high crotches are tough in jiu-jitsu. They're still good, but they take a lot of time to get good at. So we're gonna take an outside step, connect two hands. As Nick steps around to rotate, we take a head towards the inside and we pull his leg into me like that in kind of like a swing single motion. So if I do it one more time at speed, we're gonna pass the elbow by, we're gonna pull him off the floor and pick his leg off the ground. This works especially well because they're gonna be stepping. You really yank that foot through. So it's a very safe method of picking up the leg. So we're pushing in, circle, circle. We go towards the leg and now we can climb and get a really good grip on the leg. Make sense? We're taking a inside reach from here. We're stepping towards the side, two hands on the leg, head towards the inside. Make sense? Yeah, 3, 2, 1.